What's up, Rare Moment fam? Happy Hump Day, happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm AG, this is Cole. We are the Rare Moment. Today we got a special video for you beginners out there. We're going to be giving our top 4 tips for beginners given the current state of Top Shot right now. But before we get into this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter at The Rare Moment, and when you're on the go, find us on Spotify as well. So we're just going to kind of get into it here today, and we're going to give you beginners the best tips that we can give. I just want to put a disclaimer out there right now. This is not financial advice. Please do not hold us accountable for your actions. It is your money, not ours. Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into topic number 1, and that's finances. I think this is an important topic to talk about. Number 1, a lot of people get into this. They put way too much money in, money that they can't afford, and they start freaking out because they can't pay their mortgage. So our advice is don't invest money you don't have. Only put down what you can afford. If it's only a few $100, spend a few $100. If you are a big roller and can spend a few thousand, well, then put a few thousand in. You know, Cole, where's your head at when it comes to investing money into Top Shot?
Yeah, this is essentially another form of gambling, just like betting or any other form of investing. It's a risk. You know, there's a lot of risk involved. So just know your risk tolerance. Like AG said, if you don't have the money, don't spend it. If you're trying to use money that you need for rent or to repair broken car damages, don't do it. Just use money that you have set aside, specifically set for Top Shot. Don't go digging into the kids' college savings or
Yeah.
your savings account
Yeah.
because it's not going to end well, especially if you see your account value going down. You're going to lose a lot of sleep,
Yeah.
knowing that you just took a bunch of money out of your savings or rent money and you just see
Exactly.
it dwindling down. So
If this is
just be
gonna
really smart.
if this is gonna potentially cause a divorce, then you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, if
Ask
this is
yourself that question
right,
before.
exactly. So, we're not going to touch on that too much. I think we got our point across there. Just invest in what you can, guys, and be smart about that. Don't overspend. Stay within your means.
Yep.
Number 2,
Absolutely.
do your own research. It's very important to do your own research and to not always listening to the talking heads out there on the Discord channels. There's so many resources out there for you guys to use. You have Evaluate.market, CryptoSlam. You have a lot of third parties out there that can give you a lot of information to help you analyze moments, help you analyze other people's portfolios, your own portfolio, to understand where the market is moving, where the trends are going, what's selling, what isn't. And there's a lot of bad advice out there. There's a lot of people telling you what to do, and at the end of the day, it's your money that you're spending. So you need to do your own research. Cole, you got any advice for these guys about doing your own research?
Yeah, there's also some other third-party websites out there. You got Intangible.market, Top Shot Explorer,
Mm-hmm.
Moment Ranks. There's all sorts of different third-party websites you can use that are very helpful. Um, and yeah, just like AG said, everybody's got an opinion, whether it's us on YouTube or other YouTubers or people on Twitter, people on Discord. It's okay to listen to those people, hear what they have to say, but don't just do what they're telling you to do. Don't just do what they're doing, because they're doing it, just make your own decisions. Cause like AG said, it's your money. At the end of the day, you're risking your money. So just
Exactly.
do what you want to do your own research. Don't just do something because somebody else is doing
If someone on the dispatch comes on and goes, "Hey, Robin Lopez is going to the moon," which we've seen
it.
before
Yeah.
and we see every freaking week, that doesn't
Yeah. We
mean
see
Robin
every five
Lopez.
minutes.
That doesn't mean Robin Lopez is going to the moon. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
you necessarily need to go jump in and buy 3 Robin Lopez moments. You
Yeah,
know?
don't rush to the marketplace dropping $50 on Robin Lopez because some idiot in the Discord said to.
Ex-
It's
ex-
just
Exactly.
That's just bad advice. Somebody trying to pump and dump some
Yep. So
Robin Lopez.
so so number one is, invest what you can. We got number two, which is do your own research, which leads us right into number three. And I think this is one of the most important ones, and that's having a strategy. It's very, very important. We can't touch on this enough, guys. Have a strategy when you come in here. You don't need to rush in and pump a bunch of money into to a site that's still new, and you need to think about what you're doing. So, the advice that I can give beginners when coming in and having a strategy is you need to determine what your identity is in this marketplace. Are you a long-term collector? Are you going to be a flipper? Or are you just going to have some patience and just kind of wait it out and maybe just get into a few base pack drops, collect a few moments, kind of feel out the site, see what it is. That's the advice I usually give beginners, that don't have a lot of money to play with. Just be patient and just buy some packs and see if you pull something awesome, and just determine who you are. One thing I want to touch on is the collector score, because if you are right now one of those people who are looking to be a collector and you're looking to get into rare drops, legendary drops, you're not going to get into those drops if you don't know what a collector score is and you don't know how to build that collector score in order to get into those drops. See, 3 months ago, they didn't have a collector score. This wasn't a thing to get into drops, and now it is. So that's why we're touching on it right now and giving you the current update, is because things change in this marketplace, and a collector score is very important to know. So, Cole, do you
Absolutely.
have any advice for these beginners out here that are just getting in on having a strategy?
Yeah, I guess the mainly the advice that I would give for having a strategy to new collectors out there is just collect players that you like. Collect players whether they're on your favorite team, or they went to your favorite college or went to the university that you went to, or former players from your favorite team, or just guys in the league that you like. Let's say you're a Rockets fan or something, but you really like Karis LeVert or something. Go collect Karis LeVert just because he's not the flashiest guy, or he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
make you 10 grand in 5 years, doesn't mean you can't collect them. I mean, it's all up to you. You collect what you want to collect at the end of the day. And then I guess my next point would be collect series one if you can. Yes, series one is going to be obviously more expensive than a majority of series two, just because that's the first series. It's going to hold the most value.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not one of those people that doesn't have the bankroll, then, don't listen to this part. Don't go out spending a bunch of money. Again, know your risk tolerance. Don't spend a bunch of money on series one if you can't afford it. But if you can, go ahead and do so. But if you can't collect series one, I would say otherwise, at least get some guys in series two that are going to be Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Guys like Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Curry, Giannis,
Harden.
Kawhi, Harden,
Exactly.
LeBron, obviously, like all
Mm-hmm.
those guys, because at the end of the day, guys that are going to be in the Hall of Fame, those are going to hold by far the most value, in my opinion, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, because we know what they are. We
Exactly.
know that their careers are established.
Mm-hmm.
They're the top players in the league, prime time every night, in the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs every year. So just go after those type of guys.
Yeah, and we're just in series two, and I think people are looking so down on series two right now because there's been millions of moments released. For those of you who are just getting into it, the last few months, Top Shot's been flooding the market with their series two releases, and there's a lot more series two moments than there is series one. With that being said, there will be a series three, there will be a series four. So some of these series two moments for these Hall of Famers like Chris Paul, like James Harden, Curry, all these guys who are going to be in there, at some point there could potentially be Hall of Fame badges, right? So know the
You never
site,
know.
know how it works, have a strategy, and
Yeah,
just make sure when you come into this, you have some goals set in place for something you're trying to accomplish. Listen, if you just want to get on Top Shot and you just want to buy a few moments just to say you own a few moments, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, absolutely.
But just
Yeah,
be on,
and
but
some of
just be
the
honest with yourself.
yeah, and some of these series twos, they're out of 15K, they're out of 35K, 40K. Yes, that seems like a lot right now, but in 5 years from now, when we're in series, five or six or whatever, and the mint count is out of 200K, 300K, well, 40K is not going to seem like that much.
Right.
Back in series one, when they raised it to the mint count to 4,000. I wasn't in Series One, but I have heard from other people on YouTube that were on Top Shot at that time. They were panicking because 4 grand or 4,000 was a lot at that time for a mint
Right.
count. Now look at 4,000 today,
All right.
nearing the end of Series Two.
Mm-hmm.
4,000 is crazy rare. You want to get your hands on as many 4,000 moments as you can. So
Absolutely.
just
Scarcity is
just keep
important in
that in
this game.
mind.
Absolutely. Which leads us into our last point here, and we've been touching on it here in this last few moments. And our last tip for you guys is to think long term. You know, if you're going to be one of these panic sellers and you buy something and your moment starts going down and you see your account value going down and you're going to take a loss, well, you know, then maybe you weren't thinking long term, you're thinking too short term. Personally, here at the Rare Moment, we both think that this is going to be around for a long time. The site's still in beta. The site is just starting to do a little bit of marketing. They're starting to think, you know, in the future, and they're starting to let the community know what they're doing. So we think that this is going to be around long term. So we think it's good for you guys to think long term. You know, for those guys who want to be collectors, who have a little bit of a bankroll, who want to become collectors, look at those Series Ones and see what Top Shot's doing. You know, thinking long term, I think it's very, very important to. This goes in line with doing your own research, but do your own research into what Top Shot is doing. Know what they're trying to accomplish. The best example I can give you is they told everybody what their goal was with Series 2 to make this market more affordable. And that's why they dumped a bunch of moments and it caused the market to go down. But we shouldn't be surprised as a community that that happened because they were transparent and they let us know they were trying to do that. My point is here, guys, is pay attention to what Top Shot wants to do in the future. They're letting you know what they have coming up in the next few months and what they're thinking. So think strategically on how you want to coincide that with your own strategies with what Top Shot's doing. So that's
Yep.
my take on thinking long term, you know, holding moments that you believe in, like Series 1, Series 2 Hall of Famers, holding on to those. Cole, do you have any advice for these beginners as far as thinking long term?
Yeah, like you alluded to, this site is roughly a year old. It's just so spanking brand new, and
Yeah.
there's just so much potential that we haven't even touched on in this video. There's just so much that we could see down the line. And like
Yeah.
you said, Top Shot is very willing to listen to their users and adapt to what their users are
Mm-hmm.
talking about, which is just another reason why I'm so bullish on this product and not only the product but the team overall, even more than I have been in recent months. And just don't come onto this site with the state of mind that you're gonna turn $50 into next month's rent,
Yeah.
within a week.
Yeah.
Just don't have
Exactly.
that short term flip mentality. Think long term. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Many collectibles, if not all collectibles, take many years to accumulate value.
Exactly.
It
Great point.
the first series of Pokemon cards and stuff like that, they were probably only worth a couple bucks at the time. Look at them today. Some of those cards, if they're in great condition or great cards that people want to collect, those things are selling for a few grand,
Yep.
upwards of 50 grand, a
Mm-hmm.
100 grand.
Be
I think
patient.
it's going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be the same thing with this. We're going to, we see the market right now. Some of these are pretty cheap compared to what they could be 5 years from now, 10 years
Mm-hmm.
from now. Like, do I think that a James Harden Series 1 that's at about 200 right now, do I think it's going to stay at 200 5 years from now? No, I don't. Personally, I think that could be at least 800 or yeah, $800. I think that's a pretty reasonable floor for a Series 1 Hall of Famer 5 years from now.
And that's
And
why it's important to do your own research. Go to these marketplaces, see what they've sold for, see what the highs, the lows, be realistic, you know,
yeah,
and just think about the value that it holds long term. Like Cole said, these are
yeah,
collectibles here, and it takes a
they
while.
take a long time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It does. You got any more advice? You got any more tips
yeah,
for the
just
beginners out there?
yeah, like of course we'd all love to get rich quick. That's kind of the big thing in society right now. Who doesn't love to get rich
Yeah,
quick?
right.
But unfortunately, there's only so many people that can pull that off. So if you're not one of those lucky people, just think long term, think down the line. Don't think that you're going to get rich within a week or a few days or even a month on this site. Just collect the
Exactly.
moments that we've been talking about, collect what you want to collect, know your risk tolerance, and you'll be fine. You'll be
Exactly.
fine.
So if you guys have any more questions for us, please use the comment section down below.
Yeah, or any other tips that we didn't touch on
Right.
that you want to get out
Yeah.
to the rest of the Top Shot fam.
Exactly. That you want to get out to the Rare Moment fam, to the Top Shot community, to the beginners out there. Comment down below and let us know. We know we didn't touch on everything we could have today, but we wanted to keep this video somewhat short and sweet for you guys and not talk your heads off for 45 minutes because we could. Easy.
These were just our 4 main topics that we really wanted to address.
So for those beginners out there, please like this. Please subscribe to the channel. We're going to be talking about some more advice coming up on what Top Shot needs to do to keep improving this product. And, we know they haven't been perfect, but they're definitely working towards making it better, and they do listen to the community. So for those beginners out there, be patient and have fun with this. This is a fun product. This is something we love. I mean, we've started a podcast about it because we love it so much. Yeah. So we appreciate you guys watching this video. Stay tuned for more. Follow us on Twitter at The Rare Moment. Find us on Spotify when you're on the go. And good luck collecting out there, guys. We really appreciate the Rare Moment family for you tuning in, for showing us all the love week in and week out.
700 subs.
And we're going to get there, guys. So keep following. Stay tuned. We'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy. Good luck collecting. Peace.